What is going on YouTube? And welcome back to jojoSPEAKS. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. A couple things I want you guys to do for us before we get started. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, press that big red button. It is free to do, so I'd ask you just kindly to press that subscribe button so you do not miss a video. Also, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, leave us a comment. Let us know what you're thinking about our content, as well as give us your opinions on what we're covering this evening. Also, be sure to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And be sure to share jojoSPEAKS with all of your friends all around the world, all of your social media platforms. We're trying to get jojoSPEAKS out here and on the road. So I got my co-hosts back, Mike, Jennifer, and Tyrone. What's going on, y'all?
Hello.
We is back to talk about these hot topics. Okay, so someone who's been in the news quite a bit, who just joined Tamron Hall for a sit down, Miss Kim Burrell came onto the Tamron Hall show to, I want to say defend herself, but she really didn't do much defending. She was, I don't know what she was trying to do, but she pretty much doubled down on what she said in the past. And yeah, she seems to have no apologies for anything. And then she also brought up a situation that came up a couple years ago concerning something she said about the LGBTQ plus community and how she was a little she was dogged for doing what she did back then, and she didn't receive support from certain gospel singers. And what are you guys' thoughts on this interview and how things went?
I feel like this interview did not do her any justice. Before the interview, if you apologize to everybody because you didn't mean it how everybody took it, why on earth would you go on live TV on a national TV circuit and take back your apology and then say, "Well, I meant what I said," and I meant how it was said too. Because in the black church, this is what we do.
Right.
I'm like, girl, you're making no sense. Then, from the very first moment she opened her mouth, she was so arrogant and just so condescending. It makes you not even like her. It's when Tamron Hall asked her, "How are you doing? How are you doing today? How are you doing?"
Right.
I know whatever she said. She's like, "Oh, are you talking about me now or me?" You know what she's talking about, girl. You being
right.
rude. Like, you just, from the point she opened her mouth, she's just so condescending, so arrogant. It makes you not even like her. And then she followed everything up with talking about Yolanda Adams, who didn't even say that but just negative things about her, just saying that she can't support everything that you're doing. And that's all she said. I like you a lot, but I just want you to calm me down some, basically. But then the thing that got me was how she said, no, even in the midst of all this, everything negative that I do goes to light. But when I got shot at and how I had to have security at my home, nobody knows about that. And I am so happy Tamron Hall did not believe her and questioned her right then and there. So did you have a police report? No, I didn't have a police report.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Why? Well, I was coming outside the store when they shot my car. That's no excuse for you not to have a police report.
Right.
I don't care if someone was shooting next door 8 miles away. I'm going to call the police and have a report.
Right. Okay.
So from here going, this interview didn't do her no justice. She's looking lower than the lowest thing I thought she was. And in the words of, I can't think of the person's name, but girl, bye. Girl, Nene Leaks. Girl, bye.
Yeah,
right.
I absolutely have to say she was so nasty and so
rude.
Right.
I have been over Kim Burrell for a long time, and you know, I'm one of those people that take people as they are. You can tell that her issues are very much so deeply rooted, and the only way for you to correct issues like that is for you to, at the very least, be able to acknowledge that there is one. I don't believe she thinks there is an issue because this is how she grew up, being so nasty and so rude. Everybody that has helped her or groomed her, or her the church mothers, the people that raised her, were so nasty and so rude. Those are the ones that help her to see that that's how life is and that's how I'm going to to sit there and talk about people. And then, oh my gosh, the thing that bothered me and actually shows so much of her right now is those big old, Larry Reid called them picture frames that she has on her face.
In that same hairstyle that she's had for
since the 80s. Look, this is what people do to hide. She wants to hide. She wants to hide the nastiness. She wants to hide who she truly is. And that's what she's doing behind the big old picture frames on her face. And it's like it's squishing down her nose. She's continuously having to push them up onto her face because they're not meant to be worn on faces.
Well, she said she's covered the ugly, like she said.
Or
right.
But thing though, okay, if you can't see that you're not ugly, because she's
well, she's not ugly, but
she's not an ugly person.
Inside is.
She
exactly
is, and that's an ugliness that she exudes. But I can accept her being that way, but what I don't like on top of that is the simple fact that, her friends, they kiki with her and laugh at everybody with her when they're behind closed doors, right?
I don't think they do that.
And then, no, I do believe they do that.
You think so?
You see her and Donna McClurkin, her and Charles Malloy, which is a producer and stuff like that. Well, I really believe they kiki together.
Donnie, really? I mean, we know why he's gonna laugh.
Anywho, so I believe they do that behind closed doors, but unfortunately, she lets that leak out into the forefront.
I'm just so happy that guy on Sunday's Best, when he was going through the auditions, read her like filth. And I'm so happy Yolanda and Kiera Shear just sit there and let him do it because they understood. They will agree with everything. If faces could talk, they faces would say, yes, amen, preach, preacher. You're saying it right.
Because you can't be like that with people.
Yes.
And for her to be upset that that Yolanda Adams won't go along with her, how she's talking about how homosexuals are damned to hell and all of that rhetoric. Like, yeah, there's going to be plenty of people that's not going to rock with you on that. Even if they do believe that. That's nothing to be saying out loud. That's nothing to be like, if you believe that's cool, but if you don't, what was I saying? Oh, if you believe that, that's cool. But there's no need to be damning people to hell because you're not God.
Exactly.
This real quick.
Hi y'all.
Just hey y'all. Hi Regina.
Hey Regina.
And also we have Justin Talks Film. You guys go ahead and follow.
Hey Justin.
He says, hey y'all. The problem is a lot of folks share her worldview. Okay, that's why she's still working steadily. But here's the issue, Justin. She could have been bigger. And God stopped.
She was ordained.
She was on her way.
Houston, okay?
Right.
Exactly. Besties with Whitney Houston. She had such a huge like people like her, people know her, but when she was about to be on that huge stage with Ellen, she was exposed like she needed to be exposed.
Right.
And got dropped. And I truly do believe that God made that happen just to show that if you think that you're going to be doing this to this group of people, you've got another thing coming, and try to act as if you're a Christian or you're a pastor or you're somebody that represents God and you're trying to damn people to hell.
Because we're that. Because they also show love.
Exactly.
Where we go. Yes, picture frames on her face. Yes.
Picture frame. That's exactly
that's what they look like.
Yes. And what I can appreciate, I think Jennifer said it, I'm glad she's the same way all the times. Because if I like you then, I ain't got to think about twice by rekindling a friendship. Because I won't like you then ever. So
right.
You will never win playing dirty.
Exactly.
That's prophecy right there. You will never win.
Right. But you know what? The funny thing is I didn't see her smiling that much during this interview, which is different from what I typically see from her. She typically smiles a lot while she's talking. So that made me feel like she must have been a little uncomfortable during that interview.
She's not in front of her crew. She's in front of her audience. It's not accepting what she's doing. And
That's
Tamron
true.
Hall, how she was looking at her like, girl, I ain't even really want you on this stage right now, but
Right.
I guess a job I got.
Right.
Tamron Hall was not letting her have. I'm from Houston too, and Yolanda's my friend also.
That's
Right. So what you're not going to do, is talk about my girl Yolanda like that. Not on my platform. Okay, you're on the Tamron Hall show. See what
So
that
when
says,
you ask for more
Becky?
time to explain yourself,
Okay.
you didn't say you can bring her up, okay?
Okay. And
Wow.
did y'all see that parody? I think her name, maybe Anna Douglas did it, but she was saying, Yolanda Adams, we shared coloring books, okay? Like, but I do appreciate her standing up for her friend and for her to bring up a name. You know, when you think you're talking around civilized people, that's why I really enjoyed Tamron Hall's reaction to that. She was like, so this is what we're doing. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, she got her right together and quickly.
God bless.
Right. But she said what I didn't want this to turn into was something between you and a friend of mine. Okay. So I wanted to give you an opportunity to defend yourself and not bring somebody into this mess.
That's a true sister girl.
Oh,
Exactly.
So I know, so girl, you gonna read these lips, okay?
Right.
You gonna have these words.
But anyways, in other news, Herschel Walker's son is out here putting his daddy on blast. So we know Herschel Walker is the man who's running for the Senate seat against the other black man who's currently in that Senate seat. But anyways, so
That's his name, Warnock. That's his name.
Warnock. Thank you. So a lot of news stories have been coming out about Herschel Walker. The most recent one was that he's been so against abortion. However, a woman has come forth with receipts showing that he asked her to get an abortion.
And the lovely
she has the
card.
She gave her a give well card after the abortion. Got the receipts for the abortion. So his son has come out. And he is validating all of the negative things that have come out against Herschel Walker in all of his gayness, child. And so what do you guys think about the truth coming up against Herschel and how he's not equipped to come up against the child?
Well, the thing is, I'm not sure why people are surprised. Oh yeah, go ahead. You can go ahead if you want to.
You heard me, Jonathan?
What did you say?
Would you like for me to play the audio?
Sure.
Okay, just to make sure I say this out loud.
Viewer discretion
advised. And also, this is under the fair use doctrine. We're just using these just for commentary and things of that nature.
Oh, we so legit, yes.
Well, let me get this. Let me get this going.
As the atrocities committed against my mom were downplayed, I stayed silent when it came out that my father, Herschel Walker, had all these random kids across the country, none of whom he raised. And you know my favorite issue to talk about is father absence. Surprise, because it affected me. That's why I talk about it all the time, because it affected me. Family values, people. He has 4 kids, 4 different women, wasn't in the house raising one of them. He was out having sex with other women. Do you care about family values? I was silent, lie after lie after lie. The abortion card drops yesterday. It's literally his handwriting in the card. They say they have receipts, whatever. He gets on Twitter. He lies about it. Okay, I'm done. Done. Everything has been a lie. And so for the right to say I'm being suspicious for saying, hey, I'm done with the lies, when you all have been calling me saying, is this true about your dad? Gosh, we're not going to win Georgia, this candidate, all. That's been you. You have no idea what I've been through in my life. I stayed silent.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
For a Christian, God bless him.
What, did daddy not buy you a car, Christian? That's why you had to tell your daddy off like that in front of everybody?
Well, the part of the reason why he's so upset, first of all, the only reason why I know so much about this is because, I'm here for Warnock, and I can't, it's just beyond what anybody is trying or thinking or considering voting for that Herschel Walker. He's such a dense man. But anywho, and also talking about literally everything from a college degree that he doesn't have to not have
working for the police department.
Working for the police up in Cobb County, which is the county that we're in. Them people said he never worked for us.
No evidence
of that. But anywho, he's saying this simply because he's been lying all this time. And they come to him asking him questions about all of this. And they're even alleging the Daily Beast, which is the people that came out with that information in the first place. They're alleging that he actually has a living child. Herschel Walker has a living child with the same person that had the receipts for the abortion. So it's a lot of things coming out, but all of these current Senate members in the Republican Party, they're still pushing for the man.
Well,
Of
of course
course.
they are. I mean, I don't ever when people say they're going against anything, public like gay rights or abortions. I don't believe they really feel that way about it. I think they're just trying to win the race. So
Right.
that's probably what he's doing. Also, I'm sure he doesn't give a care about it in the world.
Right. They're just pandering to those supporters who feel that way. That's all that is.
And with, as far as like abortion and all that stuff, well, first of all, Herschel Walker can't even put together a sentence, much less,
Okay.
Have y'all heard this man talk?
Well, I mean, the thing is, why does this surprise? Well, this is surprising anybody. We had a president who didn't have any kind of political background, and he served 4 years. So
That's true.
God bless us. That's all. Let me go ahead and quickly say this. Do you have any words? I'm sorry, Tyrone. Do you have words?
I mean, look, politicians lie about everything. They lie about the promises that they are going to fulfill. They lie about their lives and all the things that they accomplish for a vote.
Or lack thereof.
It is all about the W at the end of the day. And for us to expect different out of these people, to hold them to such a high standard when they show us they don't have standards themselves.
It's disgusting.
I wish everybody would hold everybody in the political stance, hold them accountable like you held Barack Obama accountable.
Right.
But
that would be something then.
You would think, right?
No.
But Regina says picture frames on her face.
Yeah, we read that.
Tammy says,
Hey, Tammy.
hi y'all. Hey Tammy. Herschel was part of the Cowboys when they were all up and through in trouble.
Yep.
Did this bonehead think that wasn't going to come on? And I'm a Cowboys fan.
Yep.
Well, Tammy.
So Herschel done but a big old liar, ain't it?
Right.
And I mean nothing but.
He been lying since he was at University of Georgia. There was allegations against him then.
Mm-hmm.
And people have covered for him.
Well, the thing is, he's a
These
Republican.
people keep getting covered and stuff gets swept under the rug. They keep it untouchable.
Those repubs who still follow have secrets in their closets too. Oh, you know it.
That right.
Okay.
And see, here's the thing about Republicans: when they get caught,
and it's true,
they continue to lie about it.
Right.
And
Right.
cry about being attacked.
I wonder is Kim Burrell a Republican?
Probably is.
But yeah, we've definitely seen recently a lack of taking accountability for your actions. We've seen that quite a bit lately. So I don't know how this is going to. Yeah,
But,
right.
I mean,
exactly.
That's the motive of the Republican way: is I'm here for myself.
Well then.
But apparently, isn't the race still, like, as far as the polls are concerned, aren't Walker and Warnock still neck to neck?
It's so close, it's scary. It really bothers my whole shondo. The thing, basically, people are choosing to vote for him just simply off the strength that he is the Republican nominee.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's it.
And to hear all this craziness once again. He can hardly form a sentence. They didn't end up having that.
No, they didn't have that debate.
They couldn't have had the debate because we would have heard all about it.
It would have been a whole skit about it.
It needed a skit about it.
Quickly.
Oh Lord!
But
look at what Regina said, y'all. She said, when Herschel Walker speaks, he sounds like he's saying "da blah dee blah dee 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 dee."
That's all.
And it's true. It's
and
true.
Then he walks away.
Right. So yeah, whatever happens. We'll get off of that. So
we'll keep praying.
we wanted
Oh,
to give our opinions on the Sherry Shepherd show as well as Miss Jennifer Hudson's new show.
mhm.
So how do you, I heard that Sherry was number one in something, or at least I saw a post of that on Instagram. And Jennifer Hudson has a new show too. Jennifer Hudson has a huge set. She has a bigger, her set is like twice as big
Well,
as
yeah,
Sherry's.
she took Ellen playtime in studio, and Jennifer Hudson
Okay.
has Wendy Williams studio in playtime. So Ellen always had a bigger studio because it's evening, afternoon, cast whatever. But
Right.
I haven't seen Jennifer Hudson's show, but I've seen clips, which has been pretty. I don't care for Jennifer Hudson as a host, but
Yeah.
her guests are really. It's entertaining show. Sherry, on the other hand, I laugh and cry and laugh again, and just I actually smile from ear to ear when I'm watching Sherry's show.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
feel motivated. I feel like she's being true to herself.
Mhm.
When she's speaking, it's like, I'm so happy it's a morning show because she would really start your day off being like just very full of life.
Right.
I see all 32 teeth in her mouth because she smiles so. I mean, you can just tell she's happy and she really wanted this. So
Yes.
I'm here for the Sherry show. I think I have watched every show, and her guests are like people that I know. Like Wendy, I didn't really know all her guests. I just like Wendy for Wendy, but I know all Sherry Shepherd's guests. She has some nice guests on the show.
Right. I was watching Sherry's show today actually, and the lead actor who plays Shazam was actually on the show today. And they had a pretty decent conversation. Here's my thing about Jennifer Hudson's new show. As far as Jennifer is concerned, I don't, as you said, Mike, I don't see her as a host. She doesn't feel comfortable as a host. It seems like she's trying to be something that she is not. She's trying to put on a personality for TV that is not, naturally her own. So that's the only thing about Jennifer.
You said it just right. It does feel like, because sometimes when you're again that, like, what are you saying? Or what do you? It just makes it doesn't feel flawless. It feels like it's pushed.
Right. Sometimes you feel like she's trying to fill in dead air with just random things to say. It's like it's just not all coming together or connecting. She's a lovely woman.
Yes.
And I realized why she probably wanted the show, but this is not her ministry.
That's not her ministry at all.
At all. But shout out to Sherry. Sherry's been doing this for years and years. So she is a professional at this thing. And so, Jennifer, Tyrone, have you guys seen Sherry or Jennifer shows, and what are your thoughts on it?
I have
conversations.
Yes, we saw that, but we don't have to speak
on live.
Yeah, I've seen both of them. I would agree with you, Mike. Like, and Jonathan, that Sherry show is far more superior and more complete because I believe Sherry knows who she is, and Jennifer is still trying to identify herself as a host and find her voice. Sherry has always had a voice for years, like you guys said, and she has that energy. It's that chemistry of her and the camera. Jennifer hasn't had that chance in front of the camera that often outside of film.
Right.
TV is a whole different beast versus film.
Yes, and yes, I totally agree. I know Sherry. It's not her first rodeo. Like, she's had The View, so she had
that's the experience.
That's the experience. She's been for a long time. Then she co-hosted the Wendy show while Wendy was out doing whatever. So Sherry, I wasn't being shady. I was being fun shady. I could have went in.
Yeah,
but Sherry, it just comes effort for, I can't say the word, but
effortless.
Yes, effortless. Yes, I don't know. I want to say effortless. I don't know, but yeah, it comes effortless. So it just. I just love the Sherry Shepherd show, and then when she talks about how this has been a dream, and this is, if anybody has a dream, reach for it. I mean, you just feel motivated when she's talking. I can just see it in her eyes and her voice and her demeanor. She really wanted this. I feel like Jennifer was probably asked, "Do you want to do a show?"
Yeah.
But
Right.
you know what? Like with Sherry, she's been through so much. She's had to
Yes.
branch and survive from being a comedian, from being
An
over
actress.
on the Jamie Foxx show
Oh
to
yeah.
making it to The View, and really pushing and trying to do something else after that, and then everything that happened with her husband. Lord
Ooh,
Jesus,
God.
Yeah.
Lord help her.
She's definitely relatable.
She's been
Okay.
through it, honey. So it's
Yes.
like most people that's gone through it, but actually has made it past it, has done their work and found themselves. That's what they sound like. And I feel that Jennifer needs some more time, or maybe just some more.
She's on her way though.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
Jennifer, you think so?
Like she has a story behind her.
Well, yeah.
It does, but
she's
it's
been
about
through
being
something.
able to convey herself in front
That's
of
the
an
problem.
audience. She
Right.
knows how to do that while she's singing.
Yeah.
But you know, as far as the conversation and talking and stuff like that,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's not hitting. It's not hitting
It's
at all.
And maybe it could with time. No, this is her first time doing a talk show, so maybe it will come with time. I mean, nobody's the best. The first, I don't ever remember like watching somebody first seasons. I don't know. I never had nobody that made me feel uncomfortable. But she makes me feel uncomfortable when I watch Jennifer sometimes.
Well, I will say
It's not
Wendy's.
uncomfortable. It just feels like it's forced.
I will say Wendy's first season was decent as far as someone being on TV
Yeah, I enjoy
for
Wendy.
the first time. So
But
you
she
know,
did radio though. She
Right. I would probably offer up Rachel Ray first season as a good comparison because Rachel wasn't personable when it came to interviewing people. That
right.
is a skill that she got over time as her show began to develop and topics came that she got more comfortable with. In the beginning, it was just all over the place.
I feel like Kelly Clarkson is still learning because
that's another one. That
her
is
interviews
still
be
learning.
looking so awkward.
You know who was awkward to me? It was Queen Latifah show. I could not watch it. It just was boring for one. And it was just like, you could just touch it was fake. Like, yeah. I'm like, girl, that was not even funny for you to be laughing like that.
Well, I blame her producers on not really guiding her through the show's different pockets of time segments.
I just feel like as
not have anybody helping her through that.
I think the thing about Queen Latifah is I don't think we really know who the real Queen Latifah, Dana Owens, really is. And I don't know if she knows which version of herself she wants to present to the world.
Jonathan, you better speak.
And I feel like she wanted to present the smiley, happy, feminine version of who Dana Owens is. And that's, you know, yeah.
Oh, girl.
Mike.
I didn't know she was feminist.
Well, that's what she was giving on the show.
I didn't see that.
At least in her wardrobe.
Well, maybe maybe she believes that's what works, I guess.
But
well, that's what she's been doing all her life. I guess it worked for her. She's paid.
Okay.
But yes, shout out to Sherry and Jennifer and to all the TV hosts. I was worried that Jennifer was going to be singing on every show like Kelly Clarkson was. So thank the Lord.
Okay, because I want to be screen day every day.
It's gonna happen.
Regina says Herschel is the perfect candidate for a political role. Yeah, I believe that the Republicans, they want a puppet. So
right,
he's
Honestly,
malleable.
I believe all of them are puppets.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right. So in other news, it seems as if a very popular rapper is seeing a decline in his career status. The baby. His first week sales for his new album are charted to not be so good at all. He's
17,000.
Right. Yeah. That's not a good thing. He's had, I believe, multiple performances that have been canceled due to low ticket sales. Actually, in Florida, there was an arena I think that was supposed to hold 15,000. And it sold less than I believe 5,000 tickets, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure on the actual numbers themselves, but yeah, it seems like the baby people are not canceling him, but people are not interested in what he has to offer. What do you think is the reason behind this, and why do you think this is happening to him all of a sudden?
And I have to do a disclaimer before I say what I have to say.
Okay.
I don't want to find any kind of happiness in anybody's demise.
Of course not.
Because that's not the kind of person that I am.
You're an amazing person, Michael.
That's my disclaimer. Right. But I was definitely checking the charts. I was definitely checking the charts daily. And I wouldn't say my spirit was happy that he was falling behind in the charts, but it was just very sad to see him fall so low on those charts every day, getting back 5 numbers, 2 numbers back, 3. I mean, just falling so fast. And the thing was, your album came out on a Thursday. This comment under his page was so funny. He posted that he was number 1 the day it came out. Like usually everybody who comes out with an album usually number 1 for the first couple of hours or a day or so. And somebody said, let's check back on Saturday. In the comments. And I was checking. So he went from number 1 to number 9. It was just sad. It was just so sad. And then he posted his tour, and people were like, why are you not coming to this state? We're not coming to this state. It was just like, you might just cancel this tour because you might be spending more money than you're making for a tour right now. But the thing is, I was reading the Shade Room to see what people were saying because, people always say, no, wait, I don't know why I want to cancel the baby. He ain't doing that, but say, wait, baby. But it's the lack of accountability that he's taking.
Right.
Straight, gay, purple, green, white, black.
Come on.
Accountability is a big thing. And when you don't take it and you don't apologize for making people feel a certain type of way,
right?
People are not just going to let that slide. Yeah, we let you get by and let you make money. But over time, it's like, you did this, we let you slide. Then you did something else. Then next time, you fought this person. Let you slide. Then you shot this person. Then let you slide. I mean, when are you going to ever take accountability for what it can't be everybody else's fault.
Right.
So now we're going to show you better we can tell you. And the music's trash.
I think that's the second part.
Yes.
I do believe that there are plenty of people that lost interest after those occurrences that has happened. Especially after everybody saw through his mentioning of Meg Thee Stallion in a song, how he's had relations with her. It's like, okay, this was before she even had a man, before she had dude. It's like, okay, how is this relevant for this moment?
Right.
Like,
well, actually, it was said that she was with Tory Lanez during this time.
Yeah, but even still, like,
I mean, he was still whacked. And then
exactly, that's what I'm saying.
You come from somebody whose career is elevated so high, and you're not nowhere near her.
And now you look crazy because now you're just bringing up past that nobody was talking about.
And we know exactly why he's doing it.
Exactly. And that's like, okay, now you look even worse in my eyes. And apparently the music is T-Rash. I believe if the music had a better caliber or was as catchy as your previous tunes, there'd be a chance that you'd have a little bit more. But one thing that people in the industry must readily avail themselves to, this piece of information right here. Some of the best fans you will ever have will be a part of the LGBTQIA community. They are not only loyal, but they will spend their coins.
I mean, all of them too.
You.
Okay.
Every last trip.
Right.
And to think that all those gay and queer people that were out there in that audience when you said what you had said, and you let them down in that space and moment. I know they made sure never to spend yet another coin, and everybody that was outside of those other cities, they made sure to never spend yet another coin. And then all the allies, not now another. And then all the allies, okay, and shoot, all the women,
come on,
that understand that it's technically unhealthy to have your hoo-ha smell like water. That there's an issue there. You put so many things in your mouth. Pause. And now, and now, okay, you're having to see the results of those things. I believe that God is doing his God's will is upon you in this moment. Learn from this. If you want to continue, or
Okay, Tyra.
learn from
from
Learn
this.
from this.
We were rooting
Yes.
for you. We were rooting for you. How dare you?
Because I actually enjoyed his music, because I loved his tone, I love his voice, how deep it was. And after he said that, now the cover, the fantasy has been lifted. Now we know that you're stupid and ignorant. Now I don't need to hear you say anything else. And that's how that works.
Right.
So do your best not to talk too much more. But if you do decide to do so, speak to somebody that will help you to sound genuine and empathetic, sympathetic, all of those things, so that you can apologize and say the things that you need to say to gain some kind of levity in the moment. So God bless you. Whatever you decide to do, whether it's working at Popeyes, being a Starbucks, I don't know what else you're going to do in your life, but I pray that you're successful at it, whatever that may be. God bless.
Right. Tyrone, you had your hand up for a little bit. You had something to say?
I had to say what I had to say. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm glad you got it out, girl. I'm glad you got it out.
After she said what she said, I was like, as y'all were talking about him talking about Megan, I was like, man, I wonder if the baby and Irv were hanging out and a little bit of Irv rub off on.
Might be.
I think the baby is just ignorant in himself, and everything that he says is coming out of his brain.
Too trash.
Right.
Yeah, trash.
Because that moment has passed, sir.
And I mean his past.
There's no need to be speaking about it.
Ain't nobody concerned.
Ain't
You should, if you
no
wanted
clout
to,
will come from that.
and see, and that's once again, if it's true, you could tell he's held this in his pocket for a moment such as this.
Right. Exactly.
He broke a little bit of glass to use that emergency piece of tea so that he
Because I
could.
need a parachute. To
Well, he said
Right.
that though. He said he wanted to put this on the last album, but if something happened where he didn't want to do that, so you put it on this one.
So shut
That's
up.
a lie.
He said that. Yeah.
Shut up.
Well, my thing, and all the women was like, girl, so what? I mean, Megan's body is her body. Your
Okay.
body is your
Right.
body. You can do what you want to do. So what?
And apparently it might have not been all that great, because she ain't still been on it though.
And the thing
Okay.
is, you can't even share the same stage with her.
Okay, you
Of course not. You ain't probably never be seen with her in public unless she
Ever
hit you with them hands. Okay.
Did-
And I think it's
did y'all
if the music was
the
not
BET Award?
T-Rash, like
was he there?
No.
I didn't see
Okay.
him.
But even his own people ain't dealing with him.
If the music wasn't in the words of Jennifer T-Rash, he would have still be good, but the music all sounds the same, and it's not even something I want to even listen to at a party where things play and everybody, I don't like the song, but it sounds good on this on the stereo. Like he's just trash. He just T-Rash. All right, that's topic, I guess. That's enough about the baby, and hopefully,
and that's how we started this show, talking about the baby. And this is we started the show talking about the baby heavily.
Well, hopefully things will change around. Because I mean,
I'm
not going to say that I'm happy about
but what goes around comes around.
What goes around comes around, and the tongue is a powerful thing. My mom always said that. My mom always said, life is like a circle. What you put in, you will get out.
And you know, one thing that we're all learning these days: the seeds that you plant, you will bear its fruit, whether they're positive seeds or whether they're negative seeds.
Right. And it's now coming out.
Yeah, you got to plant seeds of love, y'all. It's all about love, y'all. And so, speaking of the hip hop community, the hip hop awards happened. What was it? Yesterday or the day before?
2 days ago.
How about it was at Cobb Energy Center?
Yeah, it was over. It was over the weekend.
Over the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And so there's been some controversy over some of the winners. I'm not sure who in particular, but this social media platform winner, y'all said y'all wanted to speak on that. What's the issue with this?
Well, there's a few winners. I'll leave that for the last one. But the first one that won that, okay, they don't have female and male categories, so they're all they were all grouped into one. So now see, right. So Glorilla she won a few, I think.
For one song.
Yeah, but I really enjoy that song though.
FNF.
Let's go. I love
Yes.
I love that song. and you know, for me to really love a female's song like that, like hey, and Mulatto, she won a lot as well for her big. I was about to say it, but that song BDE, big energy,
big down below energy.
Okay.
But yeah, and it was, what's her name? No, not her name. Was it? I think it was Kodak Black.
Yes.
He made a video and did not refer to her as Lotto. He referred to her as Frappuccino.
The disrespect.
like
Oh, the disrespect.
Latte or something like that. That was funny. But she would make take some pictures with the hashtag Frappuccino. And she, had the middle finger up and, just basically put it in people's faces.
Yeah, she took a joke.
She took a joke.
Right.
Hilarious.
That's good.
But he felt away because he was like, oh yeah, I saw the way it was going. It's about female empowerment, feminism and all that. And basically he believes that's why he lost against her more than once.
Well, I don't know. What song did you have out? I don't even know.
Okay, grand opening, grand closing. That's all we need to know. What where you were on? Okay, and he was nominated. Don't know why. Anyway, I think so. Whatever. But I know Lotto song though.
How you go?
That's a lot.
What was that?
I'm not gonna sing because it has the fantasy thing on it. Yeah. And Mariah Carey was on the remix. That's big. I was happy for her. I really enjoyed her. Anyway. And Glorilla. I love Glorilla's voice. It's so deep.
It is. It's very deep. Like when I first heard her flow, I'm like, I never heard something like this. Like this is very different. She came out of nowhere.
It's like she's making songs for the ratchet community, and I love that.
She made a song.
Well, the second song that not second song, but the other song that she got with Cardi is fun too.
Oh, I haven't heard it yet.
Yes,
it's pretty good.
And it's a very cute video. I think
it's
very.
No, I'm more of an R&B person. All that noise on my mic, that's just too much for me sometimes.
All that
yes. And the rap. No, I was talking to this friend of mine yesterday. He came over, we were watching it together, and I was like. I just remember back in the day watching any kind of award show. Well, I mean, it was more of him watching it because they did the old school thing, and he was doing all the words to Method Man and all that. I don't know who that was on TV, but anywho, I was like, in the back in the day, I remember like watching BET Awards or Hip Hop Awards, and knowing everybody in the audience.
Right.
People can walk by me at Walmart, and I wouldn't know who the hell they are.
Right.
Okay?
Agreed.
So. But it was Lotto. I'm like, who's Lotto? I didn't know who the hell that was. Everybody got a big butt now. Everybody everybody looks like everybody now. And so
I agree. Well, Lotto, she's just a little bit brighter than everybody else. But all those other girls that are like girlfriends of the girlfriends of the rappers and stuff like that, those and people know their names and stuff and really follow them.
Yes, I'll be going on that.
Now, one thing that I will have to mention, they did a hip hop award for the best hip hop platform or whatever. Mm-hmm. And Carisha Please won, which is Young Miami's of the City Girls. That's her podcast, which I mean,
then that's Oprah.
Yeah, the next Black Oprah.
I watch her podcast actually, but
I think it is fun. She has a really great podcast, and I love the conversations that she has with these people. So I think it's great. But she did win over Drink Champs, and personally, like the Drink Champs is where we got the information about Irv and his ongoing flame that he has for Ashanti. And there's been a lot of clips, a lot of things that come out from those Drink Champ conversations. Mm-hmm. I personally believe they should have won. People are saying that Diddy paid to make sure that Carisha Please won. I don't know that.
Yes.
And they asked Diddy about that on the Breakfast Club too.
Yes, they did, and of course he said no.
Let me ask you
But
this because
he
I don't
also
know what the.
don't believe he owed Mace $3 million either. But that's neither here nor there.
Right.
If I was, did I just give to him? I mean, how much? Which you are asking like $2 to you, but I don't know what the drink champs are or who they are. Is that the person that the podcast that Pat LaBelle went on and had the wine?
I think so.
That's
I think so,
Noriega and Ebro on
Drink
it.
champs.
Yeah, it's really
Okay.
good. I really enjoyed the conversations they've had.
I can tell you my opinion on why they lost.
Go.
Now, I watched it at one time with Pat LaBelle because I'm a Pat LaBelle fan, and it was and it's nothing against them at all. I think Carisha is more widestream as far as she's part of the City Girls. Everybody knows Carisha, Young Miami, and then also the podcast that she's on is, it's catering to majority of the younger community. The ratchet talking, the smacking, talking about sucking and effing and all that other stuff. So I think it's just more catering to the other community. People like us.
She had with Megan Thee Stallion. Ooh-wee.
Okay, Al. I can't say what I'm sorry. I'm about to go off and repeat what you said.
But they had a conversation.
Oh, they had a conversation,
Right.
okay. And also the one with JT and
that was a good conversation.
Santana. It was very good. Now what I don't like is how they always say they did it girl, just spit it out.
Right. Don't put them in front of Judge Judy. She wouldn't be having that. Take like out of the dictionary.
But I think
good.
I think I would like to open you up to some more of the Drink Champs conversations and how some of their conversations have really been blown up, and people have really been sharing a lot of information from those conversations.
Yeah.
Especially behind the scenes stuff that we never knew. So, but I like Carisha Please too. So,
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'm not saying the Drink Champs is not a good podcast. I just think that Carisha, City Girls, Miami, she's just more, she's all around the world. She's worldwide.
Right.
Everybody likes Young
like
Miami.
Candy.
Yes, like Candy.
I agree with Marlo. No, I'm not saying that she's we have those kids worldwide, but I'm just saying, we in two different worlds. If I go to a hip hop event, yes, Kenny can get connections. But if I go to a fashion event, they gonna know me. No, Kenny can't. No, I'm just saying.
Girl.
Worldwide.
Let me tell you something. Just a little side. Marlo was really reaching with that one. Like, sis.
Let me tell you. Now, I was a Marlo. Excuse me. I am a Marlo fan.
Okay.
And,
Right.
And me and Jonathan been on Regina channel, and we've been going back and forth about Marlo and Kenya. Now, I'm still a Marlo fan, but on that reunion, she pissed me off. Like, girl, apologize. Yes, I understand why you did something, but I feel like it was very forced, and the tears and everything was very forced. But whatever. But I just hope that she does better season 2 because she got her peach back, girl. Okay.
Okay.
I knew
Yes.
that wasn't going away. I knew
Right.
that for sure. And something tells me that since she's been in the forefront and with her peach, having to tell stories, I think now she may have more of an understanding of how she's being seen. So I believe the possibility she'll do better.
I really feel in my heart that Marlo did what she did as far as going on TV, calling Candy a hoe. I mean, things that everybody's been saying anyway. But I think Marlo knew that the seasons has been lacking for past seasons.
Yeah.
And everybody has been saying House of Atlanta is going downhill and it's not getting any better. Marlo being a new peach, you never want nobody to say that about you and when you come join the cast.
Right.
So I think Marlo did what she thought she had to do to make the season fun.
I can hear that.
And I think that's really why she apologized. Because I always think it's going to be for Candy for sure. Kenya or whatever. But Candy, I think it's going to be for Candy and Tide. Huh?
It's I forget her name. It's the
you're talking about
Sonia.
She's coming back soon.
I'm actually hoping that they bring someone new in because this group of girls, they were entertaining, yes, but it really wasn't giving us what we are used to. And as far as the drama is concerned, it was very dialed down, and it was mainly between Marlo and Kenya. So,
what Andy needs to do is remove Kenya and remove Candy from the show.
Right.
The storyline has now come to an
That's
end.
never gonna happen because Candy getting $2 million. So no.
Well, we understand that, but I'm saying, what does Candy bring to the show?
Nothing to me.
Nothing to nobody, but somebody who's been in since season 2. Candy doesn't bring anything. She doesn't start anything. She can't get into it with Kenya because they're best friends and they have some alliance together. So they'll never get into it. And then when Kenya get into it with somebody, Candy gonna join Kenya's side and get rid of them two, or keep them two and bring back Nene and Phaedra or Portia.
So let me ask you this, and I do believe Portia may be coming back, but hopefully she didn't leave any bad taste in people's mouths.
No, she didn't leave no bad taste. She had her own show, remember?
But no,
Yes,
I'm talking about during that her own show when she didn't talk about the issue that was literally happening at that moment.
No, because she was actually they actually picked her for the ex-wife or housewives thing that
The
the girls trip.
The girls trip. She's on the 3rd season.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's good. Okay, but I do have a question, just because you guys are actually watching it.
Well, I am.
What's her
What?
name?
Just because I missed the last part of the reunion because it was not giving, okay? Because that reunion was a snore, okay? It was
a snooze fest.
dragging.
It was a snooze. I don't think it needed
It
2
was
parts.
dragging.
They could have said all that in
okay?
one part. I agree.
Okay.
Do y'all believe she was really just trying it as far as trying to create mess with like Drew? Like I thought like at
Sonya.
first I liked her, Sonya. At first I liked her because just she seemed real. But when she was pulling issues with people out her ass for no reason, like what in the world? Like I really feel out of like with her.
I feel
Yeah,
like Sonya was trying to be something that she was not. I feel like she thought she knew what a housewife was supposed to be, so she tried to put herself in those shoes. She clearly tried to attach herself to Marlo, try to be her best friend. But then on the other hand, she was talking to Kenya, and also Sheree. She was talking to those other girls. It's like she's trying to get in good with
It's like-
everyone individually when everyone individually does not get along collectively. And so you're constantly find yourself in the middle. And not being liked by anyone. I didn't care for Sonya. I think we can take her or leave her. If she wasn't on the show next season, I would not be mad at all because I won't miss her.
And I was thinking about that with Drew, but Drew, like, she got a little spunk about her.
I like Drew.
Me too.
I feel like Drew may not have had. Drew hasn't really did anything for nobody not to like her. With the dropping with Drew. Yes, I don't think she explained it well, but she did it and y'all went to it and it was actually a thing. I mean, y'all supported her rape business for 15, 16 years, and she came out with something that you can buy on Amazon. So why is Sheree even questioning anything what you're doing?
Right.
I don't really understand that.
Yeah,
But
Sheree, one thing I can say with Funky Dineva, he said something that was really poignant when I looked at all of though I don't watch the shows, I certainly watch all the reviews. He said that it would be great if she could expound upon her life story. That could be her story, because I didn't know she dropped out of school. I didn't know she.
Well, I kind of figured that because she had that girl, her oldest daughter's like 30 or almost 40 years old.
But
So,
there's still a lot of people that have children, but still at least get their GED.
do you think it's now too old now if you bring that, or do you think she could do that now?
No, that's relevant. That's very much so relevant. So we can look further into why she is Sheree. What made her Sheree?
Okay.
Do you have any thoughts, Tyrone, on the Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Nope.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever get that out of Sheree, because I don't think Sheree wants us to get to know her for real. Like, I don't think we really know who Sheree is, like on a personal level. I think all she's shown us is what she wants us to see of her.
And that's at risk.
That's one of the reasons why I don't see her getting with anyone. I never see her get married. I don't see her with another man, because that's
why she's never
herself.
She's never on the show consistently, because we don't know who she is. She doesn't give us vulnerability.
Exactly.
And then also, now I'm thinking about it, the only thing that Sheree ever told us was what she got hit. And even when she told us she got hit by her man, when she was crying on set, I was like, this don't seem like it didn't feel real.
It didn't feel authentic. It didn't feel.
Yes. And my thing is,
this
is what I don't like about reality TV or anything. If you're going to explain something that is probably traumatizing to a lot of people. You might be the person who doesn't cry or things that don't affect you to the point you have to cry. You don't have to put up a front about it and think you have to cry on TV.
Exactly.
I'm that kind of person where, yes, I think I've been through a lot of stuff that probably everybody has been through, but also what somebody else may cry about and throw a hissy fit for, I might just say it to you like, boom, here it goes. It's like, you okay? You might need counseling. And I'm like, I'm not a crier like that. Let's just something dramatic. I'm not a crier like that. So, Sheree, you don't have to put on for me, okay, or for us.
But when you're in a space that you can share those things,
right?
You've done your crying, you've done your searching, you've done your, figuring things out. Like, some people don't know how to take that when you've already leveled with that.
Right. And when Sheree was crying about Tyrone and her friend was over her house with her and she went into that other room, like, it's all like, we don't believe it, y'all.
No.
So, yeah, it is what it is. But
not you, Tyrone.
Oh, I'm about to say
Jailbird Tyrone.
Ooh, my Tyrone is no jailbird.
Okay.
Get these comments out the way real quick, guys. Regina says Marlo was the only brave one to stand up to Candy since Nene left.
Right.
Stand up to Candy about what? Saying that she a hoe and she like to do oral stuff in the bathroom?
Calling her.
She didn't say that. Sheree said that.
Oh, okay.
No, wasn't Marlo with her and she agreed with what she said?
Of
No,
course.
Sheree said it in her interview.
Oh, okay.
What did Marlo call Candy out about?
You can't know she was a hoe.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
She a hoe too. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like,
okay.
Well, my thing, I don't know why it's such a big deal to be called a hoe. I mean, what's wrong being a
but
hoe?
if you feel,
I mean, I don't think you won't raise the flag around.
If you feel the strength and the fervor to say, "Well, she's a hoe," why aren't we looking at ourselves first? Don't do that.
People don't. When you're in an argument, it's the fight of the battle of the words. So that's what she said.
It's all about that.
She said what she said, and she ain't changed it. Well, she changed now.
Okay.
Well, she said what she said.
She did it now. But anyway, Regina said, "I thought they said they were trying to get Remy Ma on the show. Housewives of Atlanta."
That wouldn't even be. I wouldn't watch the most.
No, leave her on Love and Hip Hop.
And Regina says it was so boring, and the last thing she said was, "Let's bring Aventer Gray on the Housewives of Atlanta."
Absolutely not.
They want to move to Atlanta. Well, yeah, because they have a church down here in Atlanta as well. So
I would definitely watch the most.
But people watch it though. That would get people to watch the show. If
I agree, but I doubt she would do that.
No, I don't think she would. But
because she's not looking for the fame like that. Her husband is.
Wow. Well, and on that note, we want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. Make sure you join us next week, same time, same place, same beautiful faces. Mike, give us your social media contacts real quick.
My social media contacts are Instagram, TikTok, and also Twitter at Mr. Real, MRREAL121. You can find me there. Thank you.
All right.
Wait.
I love how you drop it a couple octaves every time, Mike.
Do it again.
Ooh, my hair not done, but yes, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and also Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
Yeah.
And if you want to ever be in my DMs, you can always hit me up there. Also, don't beat me there. Oh God! Oh, I'm messing up. Whatever.
Don't beat me there. Beat me there.
Who said that?
All right. She's Louise.
Next is the Light of the Leo.
Hey, I am the Light of the Leo. I'm not looking for anybody to come into my DMs, but if you do have questions, concerns, and things of that nature, anything that you want me to make a video on, I'll absolutely oblige you. I'm married though. You can
happily,
and I mean happily.
Okay.
You can find me at The Light of the Leo on Instagram as well as TikTok. And also, I do have my own series, My Struggle to Be Me, on YouTube. There's been 2 whole Sundays where I haven't had a video, but you'll certainly see one this Sunday coming up at 9-ish p.m. on Sunday. I really want to start a new series talking about the fantasies that we create for our lives to try to cope, and the fantasies that we create that can disrupt our realities. That was deep. Let me write that down.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
To
come
disrupt
on.
our realities. You
Yeah.
gotta write that down.
Yeah.
Right
I'm
now.
gonna split up so I can write it down. Sorry. Go ahead.
It is on live, so I mean, if you just want to just play it back sometime, you can.
Play it back one more.
Stop making so much sense.
Tyrone, you're next.
There it is.
Okay, Jennifer Hudson, fill in the gaps.
Okay.
There it
Dead
is.
air. We don't like dead air, y'all.
It's right there. Right there. That right there. You can find that on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. That's where I'll be. You can see me over on TikTok. But, you know, I'm mostly scrolling, not posting.
Gotcha. And you can also find me on Instagram. My Instagram is jojo_3020. My TikTok is jojo_3020_.
Oh,
I
gosh.
am also on Facebook with Jonathan Lee. You can also email me, williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. And just like Mike, I am single as well. So if you like to slide in the DMs, I will, yes, we can take
whoa.
it
Yeah,
from
and I
there.
don't need to hear nothing
Wait
about
a
that.
second.
He is my brother. I don't need to hear
You
nothing
need to
about
say
nobody
that on the
sliding or nothing.
spotlight. Sliding what?
No, but we're looking for a husband over here, okay? Not no fly by night thing, no, none of that. We're looking for a forever, my forever. But anyways, thank you guys again for joining us this evening. Make sure you join us next week, same time, same place, same faces, and we're gonna say, Jennifer, do you want to read that last comment real quick?
Yeah, you want to put the rest of us up there, Tyrone?
I am.
All right. Regina said, oh, Lord. She said, I'm about to ask Clovis to come into my DM. Good night, y'all.
Lord.
Oh.
Clovis just asked me what is DM and how do I go there?
Oh, my Lord.
I'm sure you know the way.
Y'all do
Okay.
that stuff
Okay, so
offline.
Regina and Clovis are like auntie and uncle. Like
Y'all get in that stuff offline.
that is hilarious. 2 points. That was the best answer. Clovis.
Enjoy.
Okay.
Right, okay. Now, well, thank you guys for joining us. We will see you next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye.